Coach, congrats on the win and congrats on the series win. How does it feel to get this first round series done and you get a chance to advance?
Yeah, so proud of these kids, man. Like through injuries and losing a lot of guys, and the Jory Costanzo was amazing. And obviously we were led by our best players, and people don't realize they're the best players on the ice, but they're the best people, and they run this team. Liam Greentree, Protas, Morneau, Cristoforo. It's a pleasure to be around them.
What was the message coming into this one?
Yeah, we wanted to finish it off. Obviously, when you go into the fifth game, and John Dean's one of my best friends, you kind of know what each guy's tendencies are, and it just comes down to who wants it more and execution. And I thought we stayed extremely disciplined through the series. We got great goaltending, and our best players were our best players.
Your power play was on fire tonight. That was a wild first period.
Yeah, Casey Torres does an amazing job with our guys breaking down the other team's penalty kill. But at the end of the day, when you can put Protas, Morneau, Greentree, Nesbitt, and Cristoforo / Wood all over the boards, it makes our job a lot easier. So really proud of them.
Are you happy that you can wrap this up in 5 and get some rest for your guys?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, being down 8 guys at one time, our guys have played a lot of minutes, but the SOO plays a short bench too, so there was no excuse for our guys. We liked our matchups here at home, and we obviously won them.
I mean, 2nd seed, 7th seed. I mean, you coached a lot of years in this league too. I mean, winning a playoff series is big.
It's huge. It's huge, and I didn't love our second period. I thought obviously our first period was unbelievable, and I didn't like our second. Joey kept us in there, to be honest, and I thought our third period was good, but it's relieving. It's what this game's all about, and going to war with the 25 kids in our room, and to win a series is something special.
Do you allow yourself to celebrate at this point?
I'm going to celebrate this one, yeah. Yes, I am.
When do you flip the page? I mean, how long do you allow yourself to sort of enjoy it?
Tomorrow we'll break down Kitch, and obviously they're a different animal. Number 1 goalie in the league, coached extremely well. So we'll get to work tomorrow on them.
For these guys, I mean, do these guys need a couple days rest?
Yeah, they will for sure. They have the easy job. They just go play, right? And then we have to keep watching the game over and over, but and then breaking down. But yeah, we'll give these guys a couple days off. They deserve it.
Just your thoughts on the matchup with Kitchener in the second round?
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. They're a good team. Like I said, they're coached extremely well. They got great goaltending. And their special teams are extremely good. So it's gonna be a test. And but like we've said all year, man, when we're going, I like our chances against anyone.
Congrats, Coach.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Hi, I'm Dan Gemus, CEO of the Dan Gemus Real Estate Team. When you think real estate in Windsor and Essex County, think of the Dan Gemus Team. We're here to help every step of the way. Learn more at dangemus.com.
Joey, congrats on the win. Congrats on the series win. Just talk about the feeling of advancing past the first round.
Yeah, I think that's really big for the group. I think it was one of our key goals going into the season, win a playoff series. I think for a lot of guys, it's 3 years coming for me, Tree, Spelly, Forzy, those guys. So yeah, it's a great feeling, but we're still hungry, and we're ready for our next opponent.
What about you? What about your feelings?
Yeah, exciting. My first series win, and I'm just ready to win more. I like this feeling. I want to keep feeling it.
You were seeing the puck. It seemed right from the get-go you were seeing it really well tonight. Just talk about your game tonight.
Yeah, I think the guys did a good job of boxing out. I told them earlier on the road and said, like, hey, if you're going to block a shot, great. You guys are doing a great job of it. But if you can't block it, just pick up a guy, pick up his stick, let me see the puck. And they've done a great job with that. And, I thank my DNL for helping me with that. And, I think it's led to some success here.
Yeah, I thought you were fantastic early on too when the SOO had the early power play and was pouring it on. Not only making the first save, but your rebound control was, I thought, outstanding. Have you been working on that a lot? Like, just talk about that part of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say specifically, but a little bit of everything. And, that's a big part of any goalie's games, rebound control. If I'm able to make the first save, I want to help myself on the second one as well. So I thought we did, a good job of not only my rebound control, but guys clearing guys out. And when I did leave a not great one, guys clearing pucks. So I thought we were really good at that today.
Do you think this team was going to lean on you maybe a little bit more tonight, just because of the number of injuries and the travel and everything else you've had to go through the last week?
Yeah, not just me, but I think a lot of guys, Wally kind of called on our key players, and, his saying is our best players need to be our best players. And, Tree hat trick, Abe chipped in with 2. So, our best players were our best players today.
When you talk, I know you guys don't want to get ahead of yourself, but I mean, just that turnaround from last year to this year, now you got that first round win. I mean, winning a round in the playoffs is not an easy thing in this league, regardless of whatever the matchup is.
Yeah, I mean, we're excited with what we could do with this group, but at the end of the day, our goal wasn't just to win 1; it's to win 4, and then beyond that as well. But we're not satisfied yet, although we're happy. So we're not satisfied yet.
Do you allow yourself to celebrate it?
A little bit, not too much, but we gotta learn to win. We gotta learn to win, and I think we've done a good job of that so far. We gotta learn to love winning. So. I think we're going to do that now.
What lessons does this team take from this series that they can sort of use going forward?
Yeah, I think it's just playoff hockey for a lot of guys, and it's just not a saying. We've done a better job of getting pucks out and winning battles at the blue line, and series are going to be won with pucks out at the blue line, pucks in deep, stuff like that. So physical game, and I thought we did a good job of that, and we just need to keep doing that.
What do you think of the matchup with Kitchener?
Yeah, we've had them circled, and a lot of people have had us matching up since Christmas. So we're excited to play them, and we'll be ready.
People are going to talk about the goalie matchup between you and Jackson. You ready for that?
Yeah, of course. Perry's a good guy, great goalie, obviously, but at the end of the day, it's me versus the puck. So I'm gonna do my best to stop it and give the guys a chance to win.
Thanks, Joey. Congrats again.
Thanks, guys.
Hi, I'm Dan Gemus, CEO of the Dan Gemus Real Estate Team. When you think real estate in Windsor and Essex County, think of the Dan Gemus Team. We're here to help every step of the way. Learn more at dangemus.com.
Congrats, Captain. Get the series wins. What's it feel like to get that first round series over with, and you guys get a chance to advance here?
Yeah, no, I think that was a huge series win for us. They obviously play a hard physical game, so I think we adapted to it, and we obviously got them in 5. So I'm super proud of the guys. I'm excited to see what we can do against Kitchener.
Have you ever been involved in a game where your team has scored 6 power play goals?
I don't think so, to be honest.
Why were you guys firing on all cylinders tonight? Why do you think everything was working that way?
Yeah, I think we know them, and we knew that they were going to come out hard, and they weren't going to give up. So we obviously gave them a good first, and then we kind of slowed down the second. I think we got a little too comfortable, so we got it back in the third, and then obviously I think the fans play a huge part in that as well. They're really loud, and it makes it a lot easier to come out with that fire.
Does it mean something extra special that you get the hat trick in the elimination game today?
Yeah, for sure. I was kind of searching for it at the end. I got a little lucky bounce off the post there from Cristoforo. So that was some good stuff.
End of the game, you seem to be savoring that playoff. I mean, can you talk about that? Just what it means to win a series and what it feels like to win a series finally in this league?
Yeah, obviously we didn't do too well, my 2 years ago and last year. So that was really exciting for me. And I think being a bigger piece of the puzzle for our team, it's really, it comes with a lot more emotion. So, winning that series and leading these guys to a 5-game win, a series win against Sioux. It's it's a good feeling.
What do you gain out of this? What do you take out of this that can sort of help you going forward?
Yeah, I mean, they play a hard physical game. They're pretty good defensively, so we know what we got to do to beat Kitch, and we know how playoffs kind of are now, and it's obviously a much different game than in the season. So I think we adapted well, and we got to bring that momentum into the second round.
I mean, you get a couple guys back tonight, but what have the tanks been like as far as just trying to get through games? Because you guys looked a little worn down there by the end.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a tough game. We're down 8 guys at one point, and it's tough, obviously, but we got a resilient group of guys, and we know what we have to do to win, and we play a good hard game, so we just got to continue doing that against Kitchener.
Does the fact that Kitchener beat you a couple of years ago in the first round, do you guys think much about that? I know the teams are totally different, right? So.
Yeah. I mean, the teams are two completely different teams. So I mean, we're different than we were. They're different than they were. So I mean, not too much. We definitely owe them a couple in the odd, but I mean, I don't think the guys are really focused too much on that.
Do you expect a physical series like this one against the Sioux, or will it be different?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think they're going to play a little bit physical. I don't think they are as much as Sioux, but I mean, we'll see. Obviously, we'll see in game one, and I mean, obviously, we're going to expect them to be hard and physical, and that's what we're going to prepare for. So, if we come out and play good defensively and hard, and we'll come out with the win.
Congrats again, Captain.
Thank you so much.